Hi, my name is Thomas Ambrose. I'm the Superintendent of Schools for the Sanborn Regional School District. I've created this video to try to answer questions regarding the budget for 2021 for the Sanborn Regional School District. I hope this video is helpful and provides some context for the difficult decisions that we've had to make with regard to budgeting this year. Sanborn Regional School District is very grateful for the $77,000 in professional development funds that was added to our budget 4 years ago. This money has allowed us to create a great partnership with Teachers College from Columbia University. They've been providing professional development in our schools for reading and writing. We've been able to partner with other professional developers for reading, writing, and math instruction support. And this money has gone to improve classroom instruction for all students at all grade levels. So we are very grateful for those funds. We're also very happy to report that the district reorganization funded $930,000 in academic intervention to help students who are behind in math and reading in grades K through 8, and we did not need to raise taxes at all to fund that initiative. As everyone knows, this year, those staff members have had to go to supporting classrooms during COVID, but the program is in the budget, and we are really looking forward to seeing it up and running next fall. Our hope is that with the intervention program, we will also reduce the number of students who are referred to special education programs by giving them help prior to needing support from special ed. During the reorganization, without raising taxes, we funded the creation of a bathroom, office, locker rooms, and other capital needs at the high school to accommodate the middle school. And again, it was over $600,000 and no additional taxes. And we also gave back $430,000 to the taxpayers. Over the last 5 years, the towns of Kingston and Newton have voted to support our teachers by giving them $2,491,589 in teacher raises, and they've also funded cost of living increases for other staff. As a district, we recently hired a 7th through 12th grade math coordinator to help with upper level math instruction. It's really important to recognize that those scores on the SATs are low for our district, and this person is working specifically to look at the data and improve instruction with the goal of improving our Northwest Educational Assessment, or NWEA, scores and the SAT scores. But most importantly, we want students to learn about critical thinking and to understand that math is an important part of their adult lives. We also budgeted for a new math program for K-6 in 2021-22. As part of our initiative to help with math in the district, the board did put in the budget $117,000 to support math instruction in a new math program for K through 6. Overall, we are very grateful for the over $4 million in increases we have received as a district in the last 5 years. Increased professional development and salaries for teachers help teachers to do their jobs better, and they help our students by improving or making classroom instruction stronger. And the other really important part is that the students have received direct support through the intervention program that will be rolling out next fall. So in addition to being grateful for the increases that we've received, we also want to remind everyone that the seminary sale is still in process. It should be wrapped up in the next 6 months, but it is moving along exactly how we hoped it would be, and we'll have more on that as soon as we know more. In the budget presentation, I talked about an increased need for early release days. Currently, we have early release Wednesdays 6 times a year, and we would like to increase that by 23 days or 46 hours to 29 weeks in 21-22. Currently, we can do some professional development during our 6 early release days, but the reality is we need a lot more time. Teachers need our support so that they have time to look at student performance data, plan instruction in their professional learning communities. They need to have professional development, and they also need to be able to complete any state-required training that's happening in the state of New Hampshire. They also need to prepare for the district accreditation taking place in 21-22. That is a significant amount of time And district accreditation, although it's very wonderful for our district to be accredited K-12, it does just take time that maybe could be used for instruction. So we're trying to balance the time constraints for our teachers out so that they can plan the best teaching and learning for the students. A lot of parents have been asking, why early release days, and what is that lost 46 hours of direct instruction? Why is it a benefit to have early release days? And the answer is that if teachers prepare very carefully and mindfully as a team for their regular instruction, the efficiency and effectiveness of the rest of the week should increase. The other piece is that a lot of folks have said, well, what do we do with our children on the early release days? And the answer is that we're going to recommend some sort of in-district program to provide childcare for families who need it in grades pre-K through 6. So we have heard that concern, and we're working on a plan that we'll be sharing with you soon. The biggest question a lot of people have is, if you've added all of these things to the budget and we've supported our teachers and staff, then why are people so concerned about all the cuts in the budget? It's a great question. And I think it's really important to recognize that on October 1st of 2010, we had 1,872 students in the district. On October 1st of 2015, we had 1,735. October 1st of 2020, we had 1,434, which was really low because of COVID. We know that many students either homeschooled or did not enroll for K or pre-K. We're anticipating for October 1st of 2021, 1,550 students. And the reality is that it's very difficult because when you have declining enrollments, you also have a declining in need for staff. We've been really lucky. We've been able to reduce staff over the last 4 or 5 years by attrition, which is primarily folks who have retired or have taken another position. And unfortunately, this year, we may not be able to do that. I just want everyone to see that we did very carefully look at our positions, and we reduced 6.5 positions at the high school to help balance out the master schedule. Some electives will have to change at the high school, and we may lose some electives as the result of reducing teaching staff. But when you have a declining enrollment, that's what happens at any school district. It's just hard. It's so easy to add, and it's so difficult to take away. We did reduce 4 positions at the Bakey School, and that was due to the efficiencies from the reorganization and declining enrollments as predicted by NASDAQ. And then finally, at the middle school, we've had an interesting thing happen where we had some more students enroll. So we've actually had to add 2 positions at the middle school. I just think it's important for everyone to understand that the administrative team is looking very carefully at enrollments and trying to make decisions about how to allocate our resources based on the need of our enrollments, not just what's existed in the prior year. The hardest part of the situation that we face right now, which is very challenging, is that it's easy to increase enrollments and add staff to the district. It's an incredible challenge for us to decrease enrollments and take things away as those enrollments decrease. Decreasing enrollments force us to have a very challenging conversation about what we define as a needs-based budget. The first thing that we look at when we're developing a budget based around our needs is the student enrollments. So we look at how many students would be in each class at each grade level and try to figure out what we need for staffing to keep those enrollments reasonable. So for example, in first grade, we try to keep the enrollments between 15 and 18 students. And in second and third grade, we try to keep it at around 21 or 22. You could have a philosophical conversation about where those lines are, but the administrative team has been working very hard to take a look at our student enrollments, the supports that are required by students' IEPs, and the student data, such as the intervention program. And also, we have worked really hard to balance all of this with regard to opportunities and choice in grades 9 through 12. As I said before, it is very, very important to recognize that when you reduce enrollments, you do actually have a decrease in elective opportunities at the high school. It's just a part of what we face as a community right now with declining enrollments. It's likely that we're going to have 2 collective bargaining agreements on the ballot in the spring. One for teachers and one for building administrators. And I'm encouraging the voters to support both contracts. I hope that you enjoyed this new format of a video to reach out to you as a community. And as an administrative team, we're going to be using this format more often. I will be creating some more videos to help through the budget process. And I wanted to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you have a fantastic holiday this year. Thank you.